Now turning to the ongoing pandemic, we have team coverage this evening as the number of cases continues to rise, specifically in children, and also the new knowledge on the Pfizer vaccine and the potential approval for Moderna not far behind. First, the infection rate of COVID cases in children has doubled in the past week. Mary Frances Hoots is live with more on that story. Mary Frances.
Well, David, 36% of COVID cases across the state of Tennessee are among children. And locally, pediatricians are seeing those same trends, especially in school-aged kids. In June, Heather Montgomery, a family nurse practitioner at Allied Pediatrics, says they did not have any patients that tested positive for COVID. The last week of July, they saw an uptick. August, they've seen their highest numbers yet.
We've had more patients than our busiest time last year.
Montgomery is seeing a lot of school-aged children and football players. Dr. Lisa Piercy, the Tennessee Health Commissioner, says 36% of the state's cases are among children, when historically that number is in the 10 to 15% range. She says the biggest increase is in 5 to 13-year-olds.
The older they get, we do see more severe symptoms.
Montgomery says most kids do well with the virus, but the cases she's seen in August are different than last fall.
We have seen with the Delta variant that the kids have been more sick.
Many schools in the area have had to close for days at a time due to contact tracing or COVID cases. Governor Bill Lee still has no plans to expand virtual learning options and will keep the parent mask opt-out option in place. Lee was pressed on these issues at a press conference Wednesday.
We've seen the devastation that it is to children to be out of the classroom. It's hard to keep them in the classroom, but we're going to do everything we can to keep them there.
Lee says the best way to protect your child from the virus and quarantining is masking at school, but fully believes that's a decision that needs to be made by parents. 1% of teachers and 1% of students in the Hamilton County school system have the virus, and about 15% of parents have opted out of the mask mandate for their children. Montgomery encourages kids who are sick to stay home from school until it is determined that they do not have COVID, and to always make an appointment with your pediatrician. In Chattanooga, Mary Frances Hoots, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.